Hi, Happy.
Hi.
Welcome to Prism.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming in. We'll get a little background on you to give people an idea of where Happy Rhodes has come from. Where was Happy Rhodes born?
Under a rock. I was born in Poughkeepsie, New York, and I come from the upstate New York area.
And your birth name was?
Kimberly Tyler Rhodes.
Someone called me the other day and asked me, how did you get the name Happy?
Well, it's what I've been called since the day I was born, but it's because when my brothers were 3 when I was born, they're twins, and they were in the hospital when I was still in the hospital. And they knew my name was Kimberly, but the one brother couldn't pronounce it. So being that I was a particularly happy child, and I didn't cry an awful lot, he called me Happy Baby, and it stuck. So they just called me, thank God they didn't call me Happy Baby my whole life. But
when did you begin, not performing, but playing a musical instrument?
I picked up the guitar because my mother played guitar. Sort of, she was like a 3-chord strummer, and I picked it up when I was about 11. I think she gave me her guitar because I was so fascinated by it and watching her play. And it was amazing because she had these really long nails, sort of like Dolly Parton. Yeah. I couldn't figure out how she could play like that, but she gave me the guitar because I loved it so much, which I thought was the best thing that ever happened to me. So I immediately picked it up, and the first song I learned was Silent Night. And from that point on, I said, well, I got that song figured out. I think I'll just do my own now because everybody else's are boring.
How old were you when that happened?
Well, I really started, the first song I ever wrote was 1 year later when I was 12. Really? But, I had started just fiddling about on my own and stuff, and it was a horrible song. It was I think I called it, What Do You Do? And it was amazingly self-pitying. But when I was 14 is when I really started
and
writing.
when you got into the keyboard?
Yeah, and I got into the keyboard when I was about 18 or 19. Not that I don't play well, but that's what I started composing on.
Okay. We're up to album number 8, Building the Colossus. Before that, you had 4 cassettes that came out.Ere they over a period of how many years when that began?
Well, the 4 cassettes were a compilation of music that was recorded between the years of 1986 and 1984 and 1986 and 7.
And then War Paint was your first CD.
Yeah, it was the first CD, and it did really well for me.
It did well in Philadelphia, and I think basically because of Philadelphia's a big market for Genesis and Yes, and
which I had no idea.
Really?
I had no idea.
And then all of a sudden,
yeah,
it happened.
Yeah, we got a phone call. I got a phone call from a friend who lived in the area, and they said, you can play it on the radio all the time. You got to do something about that. And I said, I am.
Was it an accident that we got your CD? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I don't think that. But
well, no, Feed the Fire was definitely one of those standout tracks on the album. And I mentioned there's other artists that they have played a part in, and they played a part in what you've been doing.
Yeah, they played a big part. So
always influenced by.
Yes, and Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel and Genesis and David Bowie.
As you continue to write on the keyboard and perform, what do you feel your goals are as you go through this process?
I can't honestly say I've ever had a goal in my life. I know that every time I create an album, I want to make a better one immediately. So I think the goal is always just to write better music. And my standard for good music is apparently nothing like anyone else's standard for good music. So I just keep on going and going.
When you were first introduced into Philadelphia, Feed the Fire was the standout track from the War Paint album.
Right.
And since you have your guitar with you today, I thought maybe you could do that, maybe another number, if possible here.
Yeah, I'll do that and something else.
Okay.
So many powerful beings, so many intuitive life. Imagination grows here, there's wisdom and great insight. My ears so lucky to hear these glorious songs of inspiration and voices crafted from thunder, the power of life. Want to go back to the trees when my heart was born, and I was duly sworn to be alive burning force forevermore and evermore. Will I feed the fire? There is a road straight to my heart, travel by those with fire. I hope to follow the patterns, there are many more to inspire. I live to see my fondest dreams realized, of living under the sights, the sounds of the gifted who gave so much to me. Want to go back to the trees when my heart was born, and I was duly sworn to be alive burning force forevermore and evermore. Wanna go back to the trees where my heart was born, and I was duly sworn to be alive burning force forevermore and evermore. Allow me someday to touch you the way that you won't touch me. Oh, I thank you for your expressions. Oh, your music has set me free. Want to go back to the trees where my heart was born, and I was duly sworn to be alive burning force forevermore and evermore. Wanna go back to the trees where my heart was born, and I was duly sworn to be alive burning force forevermore and evermore. I wanna go back to the trees when my heart was born, and I was duly sworn to be alive forevermore and evermore.